read a paper called Integrating Verbal and Nonverbal Processes in Consciousness. In it, I will try to link together, as I will indicate in a moment, the work of Alfred Korzybski and a man whose work I've studied very closely, Trigant Burrow, who was the first president of the American Psychoanalytic Association. Actually, these men were contemporaries, and they had a very interesting correspondence, although I'm not sure they ever met. They both had a very strong interest in the influence of language on behavior. And at various times, they did exchange letters, and to some degree, I think, were kind of competitive. So there was a bit of an ego problem there in terms of their being able to acknowledge the influence that each was having on the other. Nevertheless, they were probably both reflecting the zeitgeist at the time and being influenced by the various philosophical and other projects, science, and so on. Anyway, I will start with these comments. The human species is on the threshold of a new way of being in the world, a way which is evolving from our perception of being opposite to and alienated from our physical and social environments to recognizing the process character of reality and the interrelatedness of all aspects of the universe. This will lead to our experiencing ourselves as integral components of the world and a feeling of solidarity with each other. While our propensity for conflict and destruction is abundantly apparent in the wars and oppression seen around the world and in our pollution and destruction of our environment, there are also many signs of a trend toward an alternative mode of adaptation. John Gaitzer postulated this evolutionary step has been underway since the beginning of the 20th century, manifesting itself, among other ways, in philosophy, literature, painting, physics, biology, psychology, and anthropology. Different aspects of our relationship to the world are the focus in these different areas of study. Examples from philosophy include the forms or structures of consciousness, as Gaitzer described them, and the relationship of thinking to objects and events, as Korzybski described it. In literature and poetry, the use of style of language. In painting, transcending the use of perspective. In physics, the structure of matter, space, and time. In anthropology, the influence of culture on mental and social development. In biology, the integrated structure and functioning of organisms, for example, homeostasis. In psychology, the emergence of awareness of unconscious processes, intuition, gestalt, and humanistic principles.